Dear students, I welcome you to my English class. Today I am here to discuss an important essay of studies written by Francis Bacon. In your previous sessions, you have understood the meaning and definition of essay and short story. You have also understood the salient features of essays, and we have also learned about some renowned essays and short story writers. So, after listening to this session, you will be able to understand the contribution of Francis Bacon to English literature. You will be able to list the benefits of reading, discuss the various methods of studies as put forth by Bacon, and critically analyze the essay and appreciate its literary merits. So, dear students, are you ready? Shall we begin the class? Francis Bacon, the Viscount St. Alban, popularly known as Sir Francis Bacon, was a great lawyer, philosopher, statesman, and an author. He was born on 22nd January 1561 in York House, London. He was educated at Trinity College, Cambridge, and he served as the Attorney General and Lord Chancellor of England. With the publication of his important work Novum Organum Sanctarum, he became instantly famous and he established himself as an author. His significant essays are of truth, of studies, of death, of unity of religion, of revenge, of adversity, of parents and children, of marriage, and many more. Francis Bacon died on 9th April 1626 at Highgate, England. So, Francis Bacon's essays, they are very influential and they are widely read even to this day. Of Studies is a very important essay, and it is the first essay in the series of 10 essays published in 1597. This essay was revised in 1612 and it is regarded as Bacon's masterpiece, for he has used scientific methodology in this essay, which highlights the benefits and methodology of studies. And students, for Bacon, study is always related to the application of knowledge in practical life. Of Studies. So, why this essay is very famous? Here, Bacon discusses the merits of studies, demerits of studies, methodology of studies, benefits of studies, and the therapeutic uses of studies. Now, first let us look into the merits of studies. That is, why should one read or why should one study? The author begins his essay by mentioning three advantages of studies. So Bacon says that reading serves three purposes. One should read for getting delight, for ornament, and for gaining the ability to judge. So, what are the three main purposes of studies? And Bacon's answer is that a person should read first in order to get happiness or pleasure from reading, then for ornament, it will enhance our knowledge and skill. And then, in order to gain the ability to judge, in order to make first hand decisions, and in order to judge well. The essayist is of the opinion that only learned people and well read men can execute the plans effectively in life, and they will be able to manage their daily affairs with expertise. It is, of course, very necessary to read. Reading has its own merits, but at the same time, it has some demerits also. What happens when one reads too much? If you study for a prolonged period of time, you may become lazy, because Bacon says that studying for a prolonged period of time may lead to laziness. Usage of bookish knowledge or words, even in casual speech, creates an environment of artificiality and mere vanity. So, if you include your bookish words or extreme bookish knowledge in your ordinary day to day speech, people might think that you are becoming too artificial, or you are too full of vanity. And then, taking judgment or decisions without practical knowledge or experience often leads to humor, and sometimes it can be dangerous also. So you cannot always depend on bookish knowledge. Sometimes you need to have your practical wisdom also. And there are many people treat who treat studies in different way. Bacon states that different people treat studies differently. Some crafty men condemn studies because they dislike studies, whereas some simple men admire studies. So they are in favor of studies, but it is only the wise men who use studies effectively. Bacon points out that using study is important rather than simply reading. When we come to the methodology of studies, Bacon is of the opinion that a reader should not contradict with or confute the ideas of author. When you read any work, you should not contradict or you should not confute with the ideas of the author. At the same time, you need not take all the ideas of author for granted, because one should read in order to weigh and consider. That is, the ideas of the author should be weighed, discussed, debated, and then only you can consider it. Now, we spoke a lot about the importance of reading. Now comes the methodology of reading. How should one read? Bacon declares that all books need not be read in detail because, I quote, some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested. Unquote. I'm sure students you might have heard this quotation. It's a very popular quotation, and this quotation comes from this essay of studies. So Bacon says that Sometimes you read books only to taste them. Some books have to be swallowed and some few to be chewed and digested. So you need not read all the books in similar way. You should give importance only to certain books. And why do reading and writing matter? Of course, writing is equally important because I quote, reading makes a full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. So, Bacon says that when you read, it is going to make you a full person, and when you converse what you have read, you will become ready for everything, and when you write, you will become completely a perfect person. Bacon even points out that a reader should have the following alternative qualities if he does not practices the skills of writing and conversing and reading. So, if a man is not good at writing, then he should have great memory. And if he does not confer, then he should have at least present wit. If he doesn't read, then he should have cunningness. So, by this, we can understand the significance of reading and writing. Now, we spoke a lot about reading and writing and methods of reading. Now comes the question, what to read then? So, what should one read? According to Bacon, one should read books of various subjects because he is of the opinion that different subjects have different effect on us. Histories make men wise, poets make us witty, studying or practicing the mathematics make us more subtle, natural philosophy deep, moral makes us grave, logic and rhetoric helps one to be able to contend. Hence, one should give equal importance to different subjects. For different subjects have different abilities and they can enhance our skills. Bacon quotes a Latin phrase in order to emphasize the importance of studies, which means studies pass into and influence manners. Of course, studies make you more perfect. And not only this, reading has got another significant use because Bacon gives the status of medicine to the studies. He thinks that study can become a remedy for certain diseases of the mind, just like some diseases of body can be cured by appropriate exercises. Certain diseases of mind can also be corrected by proper studying of certain subjects. For example, you should read mathematics, for mathematics is the remedy for a wandering mind. If a man is not able to make distinctions, then he must study schoolmen, that is the basics. And if he is not quick in passing through the matters, he should study the law. So, Bacon has given importance to all the subjects, and depending on our nature and ability to perceive the things, one should read. Bacon concludes his essay by highlighting the importance of study. He says that one should read and involve oneself in studies so that every defect of the mind may have a special receipt. So, Bacon's essay of studies highlights the importance of reading. Now it's time to have a critical appreciation of this essay. According to William Henry Hudson, a popular critic, Bacon's essay, I quote, consists of a few pages of concentrated wisdom with little elaboration of the ideas expressed. Unquote. So, this is a very short essay, but it consists of a few pages of concentrated wisdom. And Bacon uses a very simple and lucid language which is very easy to understand. The use of short and concise statements which are full of meaning helps to make the matters clear. A clear, coherent, and logical arrangement of the sentences is yet another feature of Bacon's essay. His essays form a treasure house of quotations, and lines from his essays often constitute a part of day to day conversations. So, often we use his lines without knowing that he has written them. So, I hope, dear students, you have understood this seminal essay of studies written by Francis Bacon. So, here is a brief summary of what we have learnt in this session. Francis Bacon's essay of studies is successful in conveying the importance of studies and its different approaches. In this essay, Bacon has made an attempt to critically view the role of studies in human life by highlighting its merits, demerits, methods, and advantages. Bacon has discussed the methods of studies and how different people perceive studies. And at the end, he reveals the therapeutic power of studies. So, I hope, students, you have enjoyed and understood this session on Francis Bacon's essay of studies. So, I shall meet you once again with another essay in the next session. Thank you, students.